Okay, looks like we are back up and running. Can't seem to get my camera right. Nah, I don't know. It's good enough. Point is that I want to make sure that all of this stuff is easily viewable, and there's still, obviously nobody cares about seeing me. They want to see the game. So that's what I want to make sure is working. All right. So we're back here at this flash event. Don't know what it is. But I'm guessing, let's click the sign up button. Let's register this janky angel deck. Now let's go in here and see what we got. Now it looks like it's just a short event where you're just getting free packs. So for the 1,000 gold, you're getting at least one free pack anyway, which is what the packs cost. May have been why I was... Yeah, a bunch of... Oof, that's ugly. Okay. Let's stabilize a little bit. Oh wow, hopefully that didn't drop a ton of frames. And I never went in and edited this deck. Crap. Excuse me. I can't keep that though. Really can't keep this either. Holy crap. Well, it looks like it's going to be a really short set of games then, because I can keep this, but this sucks. We'll give it a shot. No, I want land on top. If I could, please. Mana. I need mana. No, I need mana. And it looks like it's going to be a red deck wins. At least kind of. Yep. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Earthshaker coming down. Isolated Chapel's going to come into play tap because I don't have any land. Crap. Scorching Desert coming up for my face. Does this guy have haste? He does. We're going to Moment of Craving him. The Eternalize on him is pretty expensive. 6. So he'll end up getting put on the bench for a while. Just because they're waiting for the resolution. Some type of weird artifact in here where whenever you scry, it puts that card there on top. Can't do anything with that. Pass the turn. He may have gotten a bad hand as far as creatures go because he's not playing anything. He's got 4 mana and he's put 1. Okay, there's a Glory Bringer. Yeah, no. No. That's got to die. Forsaken Sanctuary. Making progress. Still can't do anything yet. Came in with the... You know, with the converted mana cost of 0, I'm not 100% sure how this is going to work. Because it's a token. Oh, that does work. Sweet. Hey, get off the screen. Why is that artifacting? Oh, thank you. Moment of Craving that. Nice. That way I don't gain the life. Sorry about that. Let's go with Chalet or Chalet. Yeah, he's just gonna try and rush me down. And he may be successful, honestly. Jeez. 2 lightning strikes to the face. And 3 lightning strikes to the face. If he's got a lightning strike in hand, this stuff's gonna get, like, that's gonna be a really crappy game. Where he basically beats me by good old-fashioned burn. Yeah. Just good old-fashioned burn. Play an angel. Alright, 1 second. I need to fire off something real quick. Play another one since he doesn't have another creature. The problem's going to come in where he should have lightning strike me in the head and ended the game instead of taking out my angel, but he decided not to. Sorry, not trying to be all distracted, but Hezeret, I'll be able to double block her. Oh no. No, because that won't kill her. And because I wasn't paying attention, I screwed myself out of a freaking match. That sucks. So, let's go back in here. I may end up having to do this twice. My throat keeps getting froggy. Alright, let's try this again. Because, boy, that really bummed me out the way that I got worked over. Not a great hand, but I do have 4 land. I'm gonna go ahead and keep it just for the sake of trying to make something work here. Start with Arc of Orzaka. Depending on whether I'm playing red deck or not, if playing against red deck is going to be a big factor here. Can't do much yet, so let's just drop the Sanctuary. I need to grab some Isolated Chapels when I get the opportunity, because those cards are going to take over for the Forsaken Sanctuary. Or I'll run, ideally I'd like to run 2 of the probably just 4 Chapels. Blue-black control, probably blue-black gods. 4 mana in the tank, still can't do anything. We're going to click through. Which clicking through is what screwed me up on that last game, where I wasn't paying attention to what I was clicking, and I should have blocked Hezeret and then exiled her the following turn. But, again, because I was distracted, caused problems. Play her. Essence Scatter. Your go, Turbo. Nice. Hexproof. Cute. And even though I couldn't exile it, that still puts another flyer on the board as a blocker. So, still had a little bit of an advantage on that one. I mean, there's nothing else to do here but attack, really. And I'm basically waiting for him to throw down the Scarab God. Glyph Keeper, that's annoying, because that thing has a floating counter that stays on it. And you can target it once, and it'll counter it. You have to kind of target it twice. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it didn't work the way I wanted it to because I wasn't paying attention again. Of course. Boy, this is not going to go well. I don't have the extra black to do it twice. So I'm just going to have to end turn right here. But that other guy having hexproof really screws things up. That's maybe a really short frickin' 1,000 gold down the toilet. Oh, that I can kill. I'm more inclined to go ahead and seal it, though, rather than... Let's see how this plays out. Because he may come at me with the Glyph Keeper. Probably will. And we're going to go black. 1. Wasting cards here, honestly. And then we're going to go, now that that's been triggered, serious waste of cards. Nope, and he canceled it. Yep. So we're just going to block it. And then when he brings it back, it'll still be a 5/3, but it'll be white. No Liliana for you. Chalet, Voice of Plenty. Angler Drake. Nice. Boy, I am not getting the mana I need to combat this. If I can pull my Angel of Sanctions out. He's gonna go all face. Yep. Alright. That's a good deck. I like that a lot, actually. Oof. That is tough. One Dominaria pack. See what we have inside. A Vidalian Arcanist, which I've got 4 of. Killed Overseer. 3-1 with haste if it was kicked. I need to snatch a creature up. That might be interesting for a red deck. Put in a red deck wins. I think I've got 2 or 3 of them. Maybe I'll splice it in there somehow. Benevolent Honor Guard. +1 for each legendary creature you control. I've got a white weenie deck that's got a lot of legendaries in it. Might be fun. Llanowar Envoy. We got 4 of those. It's a nice filter card. It has its uses, I'm sure. Not for me, but Sparring Construct, needed another one of those. Wizard's Lightning, that's my 4th one there. It's really good. And then let's see what our golden rare is. Togar, Famine Incarnate. There's an additional cost to the spell. You may sacrifice any number of creatures. Spell costs 2 less to cast for each creature sacked this way. Comes into play up to 1 target's life total becomes half of their starting life total, rounded down. So I'm assuming if you get them down to 10, you can do some damage. I'm wondering how this would work in a Saproling deck. Just generate a ton of tokens and then throw him out. Uncommon wild card. Not sure what I need. Let's do this. First off, I need to come in here and fix the mana. So right now I've got 4 Forsaken Sanctuaries, an Isolated Chapel, Ark of Orzaka, Endless Sand, an Unclaimed Territory. I've only got 1 of them, and the Zalfirin Void. It's the one that lets me scry. And then 8 plains and 8 swamps. So let's take the I know this deck is mostly white, so let's take the Unclaimed Sands out, or the Unclaimed Territory. Yeah, I've only got 1 Field of Ruin, and I really don't want to blow that wild card I just got on a land. Not that land, at least. Having that scry is handy. And then I've got 3 Bindings, 3 Sealed Aways, 2 Baffling Ends. I think I only have 2 Baffling. Yeah, I've only got 2. I'm not crafting another one. That's plenty of exile. I don't really need a whole lot more. Might craft that though. Make another Chupacabra or another Sarah. Sarah's kind of expensive though. And the rest of the angels in here are rares. Well, except for those 2, which are mythics. having 3 different ways to deal with indestructible gods is more than enough. 3 cast downs for everything else, basically. Vanquish the weak. I don't really know there's much else that I need right now. The only other thing that I was considering, if I can find it, because I have a hard time finding cards because I'm bad at this. What is it? I've actually thought about Radiant Destiny, but I think that changes the dynamic of the deck too much. It puts too much emphasis on the angels and not enough on the control. I mean, it's basically a white control, and angels are my finisher. Now, Divine Verdict, there it is, but it costs 4. It costs the same as Settle the Wreckage, except it's 1 white and 3 colorless instead of 2 white and 2 colorless. And arguably Settle is, it can be a worse card depending on what you're playing against. Cast Out's not bad. That wouldn't be the worst one to make a second one of and put in here because it also has flash. And it's not just creatures like Sealed Away. It's just permanents. Non-land permanents. The difference... I don't know, because Sealed Away is until it leaves the battlefield. So, a little bit more expensive, though. But it could be more versatile. 2 Eviscerates and 2 Chupacabras. We're going to leave it like this for right now. Let's come in here to the red deck. I don't think... I've got 24 creatures, that's fine. Average cost of 3 is kind of high, though, for this deck. Generally, it's a lot lower, and that's what you'll see a lot of times. That Chain Whirler needs to... Or not the Chain Whirler, the War Chief needs to come out. Because the only thing it's really doing... They've already got haste. I am running probably more burn spells than most. But that's just the way I roll. I think what I'm actually going to do... Let me see what kind of goblins we've got. Let's go search for goblin. So we've got the Rig Runner, which gives its first strike, and the Trailblazer. And there are, let's see, Pirate. The Lightning Grew something I'd considered. I think I considered it and then just exit off. I've got Squee. I thought about the Siege Gang Commander last night with Squee and decided against it. It seems a little bit too much. The deck's not really built around that, and there's nothing else that generates Goblin tokens besides the Siege Commander, so you probably have to have 4 of them. But having the first strike or having the Menace would be a big deal, so... Take out the War Chief, put in the Rig Runners, take out the Skin Shifter, and the Forerunners, put in the Trailblazers. And come back out here. So we're a lot hotter our low-end cards now. 2 more Trailblazers. Yeah, with the 2 Trailblazers and the 2 Rig Runners. The other thing that I've taken into consideration is possibly putting in the Cartouche of Zeal, just because it's +1/+1, and when it comes into play, it'll stop something from blocking. So you're getting a lot of strength right there. I saw this one against me today. Being able to draw a card and give everything first strike is pretty potent. The Blur of Blades wouldn't be terrible either, because you can stop the small creatures, especially against another red deck, and it'll also slap them. The Buccaneers Bravado is another one that came into play today. And I'd actually considered this just because if you run it with the Cartouche of Zeal, what other enchantments do we have in here? Let's go enchantments owned. So there's the Cartouche of Zeal, there's the Frenzied Rage, Consuming Fervor. Don't really like that card, honestly. Telonia's Crown. That wouldn't be hideous. Swashbuckling, +2/+2, and haste. There's my Sunbird's Invocation. Obviously not relevant here. Maybe. Probably not, though. The deck's really focused on being fast. Frenzied Rage would be good because it'll give whatever you're throwing it on menace. And that becomes problematic. Seeing Red wouldn't be bad either. So let's take a look at this. We've already got 12 non-creatures in here. If I take out... Take those out. Take out the Glory Bringer. It's a very expensive card. I mean, it's got value, but being as expensive as it is makes it difficult. I'm also going to take out 2 lands. Actually, before we do that, where is Field of Ruin? Because we saw that. That was ugly. Sun-Scorched Desert. Comes into play, deals 1 damage to a player or planeswalker. I don't think that's going to give me any value in here. So we are at back up to 24 mana. All right, let's put the rest of the cards in here, and then we'll figure out that from there. What was I talking about? And the reason I don't have Lightning Strikes is because of the Abrades. The only difference is Lightning Strike can target a player as well as a creature. But the Abrades give me the option to blow up artifacts, which I find more value in personally. Put in 4 Frenzied Rages. And where did he go? Huh. I hadn't seen that one in there yet. Just not paying attention. No, there he is. Champion of the Flame. And then instance, Cartouche of Zeal, Let's take out the shooting fires, put another magma spray in. So we are at 36% mana. So I need to take 4 cards out. And 23 lands. We'll take 1 land out. Let's see, Cartouche of Zeal, Fanatic. I don't need 4 of those. Probably don't need 4 of those. Hazoret, obviously. Oh, you know what I don't have is her monument. Skizix may come out. As much as I hate to do that, I love Skizix. It's an old school card. It just makes me so happy to see them reprint it. I had Chandra in here at one point, but it did not appear to really have any significant impact. All right, let's go unknown artifacts, or known and unknown artifacts. Where is Hazoret's temple? Or Hazoret's monument. There it is. Red spells cost 1 less. Oh, and you can draw and discard. That's what it is. So you allow you to cycle as needed. Not bad, honestly. And I'd only be putting 1 in there because I'd be making the 1. It's something to consider. But I don't think I'm going to do it right now. Especially not to, happen to make the card to do it. Alright. Where are we at? 37% mana. 22 lands. 24 creatures, 13 non-creatures. No artifacts. If I left the fiery... Oh, because that gives me another way to destroy artifacts. Still can't do anything about enchantments, though. That's part of the problem. But there's no real good way to deal with enchantments in red. Which is a problem in and of itself, honestly. But they've got so many other things they can do. I guess the Wizards has never felt the need to do anything about that. Reckless Rage. That's not a bad card. I've seen it a few times in the other iterations of the deck. Warlord's Fury allowing you to draw a card isn't terrible either. There's another one in here that does the same thing where it lets you draw a card, draw 2 and discard 1. There was a Keldon that I just pulled out of the pack a minute ago. Where is he? That's not bad if you're running a lot of pirates. But I don't... I mean, I do have a lot of pirates, but I don't have enough to justify it. Necessarily. Then it would kill off the raptor. Run versions with hijack before. It works okay. Doesn't really work great. Oh, the Keldon Overseer. 3/1 haste. And if you can kick it, which is an extra 4, Makes it a 7-drop card. It's definitely a finisher at that point. I've got 2 of them. So arguably, where's my 3 slot? Don't have anything in 3s that I want to come out. That's 5, and it's just 5 across the frickin' jaw. That's rough. Same thing there. So he may not. I'll take 1 Skizik out, put 1 of him in. But at that point, he's just a finishing card. I guess I could put 2 in. I do have room for 1 more. We'll have to see how the hand plays, because it may be that this doesn't work at all. Simply because the mana balance isn't there. Three for 3. Now, I've thought about him too. Especially with putting other enchantments in play. So actually, you know what? Let's have some fun with this. Let's say, to hell with the meta. We're going to do things different. Which I'm a big proponent of anyway. But we will need more enchantments. So come back in here and see what we got. Specifically enchant auras. So let's take out. Really can't take out any more of those. 3 and 3 is enough, but it's just enough. Telonia's Crown wouldn't be bad. +3 in Trample. That's solid. Swashbuckling is probably another good one. +2/+2 in Haste. Definitely will have some potency towards the mid to late game. And that's really it. Red doesn't have a lot of enchantments in and of itself, not aura enchantments. Take 1 of him out. Another Cartouche of Zeal. Take the other Skizik out. Skizik. Another Frenzied Rage. Hour of Devastation has to stay. Fiery Intervention doesn't necessarily have to stay. Take those out. Then a pair of Swashbucklings. So the Champion of Flames will benefit, and Volduck will benefit. Put another Volduck in. Arguably a bad decision. That's fine. Take out the Needletooth Raptors. Alright. 22 land, 23 creatures, 15 non-creatures. I think at this point, though, I need to pull 1 Abrade, put another Magma Spray in, and it actually might benefit me to take out the Abrades at that point and put in Lightning Strikes and deal with not having any way to... Oh, you know what? Let's do this. Again, just, this is just playing around. Where are my Lightning Strikes? Aftermath could be fun. well, insult to injury, rather. I think as much time as I'd spent in here, oh, there it is, Tormented Voices. Nice draw mechanic there. So I've gotten rid of pretty much all of my expensive cards. The highest cost card is 4, which is going to be Hezret and the Warcry Phoenix. Pretty much everything in here except for Hezret and Valduk are going to die to... Well, I mean, all of them walk the plank, except for Hezret, because she's indestructible. But, by and large... I forgot about him. He's actually really solid. Matter of fact, he's so solid, I'd rather have him than the Menacey Goblin. At one point I did have the Nimble Blade Kenra, and because of the prowess, and I was running a few more spells. I've seen the Fathom Fleet brand there before. Other versions of the deck. Like the Earthshaker that I need to make still. And I'm gonna, just for fun, probably need to actually... That's the other one I need, or one of the other ones I need. "23 creatures, 15 non-creatures, 22 lands." Alright, cool. So let's go ahead and take this into regular ranked. Let's see how this thing runs this way. Alright, 2 mana, Cartouche Zeal, Rig Runner, Crasher, Uncrop Crasher. And keep it. See what happens. Sweet. Alright, got 3 mana. That's basically all I need. We'll start with him. Go in for the face. Well, interesting. That didn't afford anybody anything, but I did get my daily wins done, so now I'm moving on to my quest to play 30 red or blue spells. Yeah, I can work with this. Scorched Desert, 2 mountains, Rig Runner. I mean, the whole deck runs on about 4 mana, so not super concerned. Champion of Flame. I'll go ahead and let him put his 2 damage on me. Okay, 3 damage on me. I'll play my Rig Runner. Hey, look at this. Progress. Boy, that was really fast. Arguably, I should have thrown the lightning strike at that lieutenant. But I'll do that next turn. And we'll go in. He's confused about Menace. It's fine. And he gets Trample. Boy, that works out a lot better than I expected it to. Alright, so that was 2 games. Still not really learning much, though, about the way I've got this red deck built. And dealing with talking with a friend right now who's giving me some feedback. Alright, 2 mountains, Fanatical Firebrand, got another Champion of Flame again, and the Frenzied Rage. Plus 2 Shivan Fires, that'll help keep stuff down. Technology not cooperating. Story of my life. Alright. Firebrand in. 1 to the face. We got green coming up, so green, black, probably exploring. He's probably going to dump either all he can dump is either the fire or the Frenzied Rage, but he'll also see the champion. He might actually just dump the Frenzied Rage. We'll have to, yeah. I can't blame him. I would have done the same. Those Shivan Fires dealing 2 damage and not exiling. He's not worried about them. Could be a bad decision on his part, don't know. Also looks like might be running into some mana problems. And I kind of hate when that happens because I don't feel like I get a good vibe of how the deck plays when I end up against somebody that gets stuck on 2 or 3 mana and they just can't play. They have to sit there basically. And it sucks. Like, nobody likes it happening to them, and I can't stand it happening to me personally. And depending on what he plays, and also depending on what my next draw is. Yeah, that's fine. Just so that I can get it out of my hand, I'll shoot my own Hezeret with it. She's indestructible. She can take the hit. And now I can swing in for game on turn 5, I think. Hey, he's got 4 mana open. There's no telling. Yeah, you exile that. That's fine. With Hezeret on board, I can actually just activate her ability and shoot him in the face for 2 and call it. Which is exactly what I'm going to do. Good game. GG. Moving forward. So I'm 3-1 right now. If I can actually just move into gold too, that'd be alright. I wouldn't necessarily mind that at all. Three mana, Rig Runner, Nefcrop Tangler, another one, and then Hezeret. Hezeret. Yeah. You look at these cards, because we play them and we say the names, and you kind of get maybe like a vernacular of how things are said, because you never actually hear them. It makes you wonder sometimes about some of the enunciations, like Nefcrop, but specifically the names of some of the legendaries. They're weird. Could play the Rig Runner. I really like it being a 2-1 or a 2-2 first striker. And he doesn't have haste. We're going to end it. Scorched Desert, slap him in the face. And then we'll play the Entangler. The excerpt mechanic from Amonkhet is really interesting. It slows you down to a certain extent, but you get a lot of advantage from it. The Entangler specifically gets +2, or yeah, +1/+2, and the card naturally has trample, so it makes it a pretty potent force to deal with. But having it locked up for that turn makes it slightly problematic in my opinion. And I'm real touch and go on how I deal with my exert cards for that reason. Because you never want to put yourself in a position to where you leave things tapped for too long and you don't have any blockers, you don't have any resources, and it just kind of locks you out. And there's a gnat in my face. In the face. Not the face. Sorry. Throw Hezret down. Now here I am going to exert him because I need him to be bigger. I don't know why I did that double move. That was weird. I guess to denote first strike and then main combat damage. Hezret can't block yet, which is fine. Because now she can attack. And now that we're here, now, you know what? We'll go ahead and do that. And I'm going to do a regular attack with everything. No, I wasn't paying attention to his life. Good night. This is why people hate red deck, because it's just so oppressive. I'm going to come in here again. And... evidently a military plane crashed in Savannah. Read that later. Alright, 2 reds, a couple of firebrands. Got Voltic this time, and Tezzeret, and a lightning strike. I don't have any other mana. This one's going to be a little bit trickier. There's my rig runner. That's definitely a good thing, because I'm going to need that. Because it's going to be a slow start. Oh, and it's vampires. Yay. Not the greatest idea in the world, but I'm still going to swing at both. He'll probably block and pay the 4 life to make it indestructible. Or not. Not what I expected, to be honest. And he may just not want to pay the life yet. I'll take that to the dome. Because I know he'll pay the 4 there. Sweet, got my other mana. Zorch. Do not like you. Yeah. Just keep the pressure up. If I need to, I can shoot the Conquistador here in a minute. Nice. Yeah, I don't have anything attached to my health. Thank you. Attack. We're just going to attack with the first striker right now. Ooh. Oof. Ouch. Pains me. I still don't trust that he won't just make it indestructible for the turn. Might be a bad decision. Don't know. Either way. Oh, I screwed that up. Damn it. Damn, damn, damn. I was counting my mana wrong. Thought I had one more and I didn't. So I can't block. I'm going to take 3, 4, 5. Oh, that's game. Hey, look at that. Alright, I lost one. Okay. No biggie. No biggie. Still almost done with my quest for the day. Evidently, vape hits are super loud, so I'm going to pull the mic back and hopefully it won't be as bad. I have to look into integrating a cough switch or something into my streams. That way I can just push a button instead of it being obnoxiously loud. But I'm still learning all of this stuff. It's a work in progress. Nothing to play right off the rip. Don't really like that. I probably should have thrown my hand back and tried to go for 6, because with this I know that the deck will run between 2 and 3 mana and it's fine. It looks like red pirates. Not super concerned, but the lightning strike's going to get held up for Fat Jerk Face right there, because I hate that card. Just in case anyone cares, Captivating Crew, 4/3, and it's got the ability where it basically has a hijack on a stick, on a healthy body for that matter. Actually, he might just be playing a different red deck. And that's going to go on. Oh, damn it. I hate the auto tap. And if I was paying attention, I'd know to tap properly. I'm going to end up losing this match because I'm not looking at what I have and what I'm doing. You know, irrelevant. Well, no, because the Abrade wouldn't have killed it had I been paying more attention. So instead, killed an Overseer. Already has haste, which is nice. Fanatical Firebrand also has haste. So I'm finally going to retaliate. And next turn I can throw the Cartouche Zeal on it, or the Frenzy Rage for that matter. There's a chance he won't attack. It's a small chance, but there is a chance. Captivating Crew. That thing's not going to stay very long. I will be blowing that up post-haste. Nope, he went in. Okay. Okay, buddy. Colorless. Red. Lightning Strike. Go away. Frenzy Rage. Making it a 5/2 with Menace. And depending on if he has a Lightning Strike in hand or not, he may, if he attacks all out, that very well could answer my question. He could also pop his Firebrand to kill mine, still do 4 damage, only leaving me with 3. This still puts me in a very awkward position. Or we can stare at each other and wonder what the other person's going to do. Oh, I see what he's doing. Oh, nice. Zorch. Zorch. Your turn, dude. Come on. Shoot my face. Yep, that's cool. End turn. He might even attack, honestly. Yeah, it would be a dangerous proposition at that point because I really need to block. Yep, first strike. Okay. I'm going to let him through. We'll see how it plays. Okay. So 5, 6, 7, 8. Not enough. And I need to not attack. And if he drew a lightning strike, that's it, or an abrade for that matter. Either one. That'll finish this match up. And then we'll just move on, like you do. Oh, sweet. That's game. Oh no, that's only 9. What you got? What you got? With them both having menace, makes it terribly obnoxious. That was kind of bound to happen eventually. One card. What is it? Attackers. Yes. You go away to give him first strike. Block. Damage. Nope. Okay. Ah. No, I do not want to attack. Boy, that almost was bad. And it wouldn't be the first time I've done it for that matter. It happens quite often. Yep. Good game. Give him a GG and let him follow through. Alright, it's 1 o'clock. Let's... Yep, and there's my daily quest done. Thank y'all. Let's come in here one more time with this red deck. And I do like this because it's fairly short. You can kind of just plow through some games. The 1,000 gold's a little bit on the high end. Alright, 3 reds. My hasty. Oh, that could get ugly quick. Giving that thing Menace. And then Hezeret. So we'll keep this. See what they're playing. Oh, it's against another red deck, so this may be a really fast game. This is a straight mirror match. But I'm going to change the dynamic a little bit. He's not just going to come in and rush me. Oof, that's rough. All right, good game. Well, let's move along. I'm not gonna waste a lot of time on it. Go in and get our second match, and then that'll probably be it for the day. Well, unless I win, and then I'll continue to play until I'm actually done. Not seen a bunch of bronze lately. Seen a lot of silvers, seen a lot of golds. It's good. It means that people are playing, which is ideally what we want. Not a great hand. Playable, not great. I like having my Fanatical Firebrands in hand. I like having the Rig Runners in hand. I don't like getting him early in the game. This is blue-black control. There's going to be a lot of counter spells coming at me. Case in point. Syncopate's a great card against red deck because most of the time you aren't running a lot of mana. There we go. Rampaging Fierceodon on board. Oh, nice. This is a white, blue, black control. So you can expect counter spells. You can expect an approach of the second sun. You're gonna see a lot of very annoying cards. Right now, with the chances that he has a counter in hand being fairly high, I think what I want to do is try and play this first. And if the champion stays out, which it does, nice. Take some damage, it's alright. And then I want to try and give it haste. That may not make it. You can't block this turn. So we're getting +1/+1 off the cartouche, and then his ability gives him another +2 for each enchantment, or aura, or what is it? Aura or equipment. Yep. Ooh. And he kicked it. What a jerk. Ravenous. Take one to the dome. But that leaves them with only one blue left. And what that's going to give me the ability to do... Let's play Valduk. Nothing else that'll keep him on his toes. Which, in some games, that's the most important part. Keeping your opponent distracted. Force them to counter things that they don't want to. Force them to use their creature destruction or their burn spells where they don't want to. And that's probably the easiest way to win games, is not even being smarter, just making them play in a manner that they don't want to. I'll be surprised if this makes it. I'd be surprised if he doesn't have a... I can't think of it now. It's a black and 1, give a creature -2/-2. Yeah, okay. And unkicked. 3/1 haster for 3. Not hideous. Especially when I'm going to go 8 straight to the dome. Unless he's got a bounce in his hand. And then none of this is relevant. He's going to end up putting it all back in my hand. He doesn't have the 2 white for a Settle the Wreckage. He does have the 2 blue for... yeah, blink of an eye. He's making me waste my enchantments. Two white. Ooh, where did you come from? Let's see. Demon Lord Belzenlock. 6/6 flying trample. Enters the battlefield, exile top card of your library until you exile a non-land. Then put that card into your hand. If its converted mana cost is 4 or greater, repeat the process. Demon Lord Belzenlock deals 1 damage to you for each card put in your hand this way. Interesting mechanic. He is tapped out. I have 5. Hazaret and the Firebrand. And I'm probably going to end up having to throw something out. Probably end up throwing out Champion of Flame next turn, assuming I live. Vanquish the Weak. He'll probably vanquish... well, I don't know. I would vanquish the Overseer, just based on the sole fact that... do you have Vigilance? No? Okay. Don't know why you would do that. I mean, I know they just got a Vanquish in hand, but... and if that gets countered, I'm just gonna... either way, it gives me the... it unlocks Hazaret for me to attack with all 3 of these guys. To be expected. So the enchantments may not be the most efficient. So that's 8, 9, 9, 9. Okay. Only going to attack with these two, though. That way, whichever one he blocks, it kills off Chupacabra there. Oh, and a cast down. You bastard. He's playing a good deck. It's solid. Everybody loses life, and he's got a flyer, so I'm dead. GG. Let's all go home. Just for funsies, I'm going to shoot him in the face. Alright. 0-2 again in here. Waste of gold. Take my 1 pack. What am I at percentage-wise? 87%. Oh, geez. Another Trogar. Raf Capuchin. This guy's in my artifact deck. Thinking I might take him out, though. Gaya's Blessing. I don't know that I have that card yet. Target player shuffles up to 3 cards from their graveyard into their library. Draw a card. Gaya's Blessing is put into your graveyard from your library. Shuffle your... Oof. Wow. Oh, okay. Huh. Got ideas. Cards I already have. Another Get to Journey Mage, which I am running a weird wizard deck. I might play that. Maybe I'll play that tomorrow morning. Not bad, though. 87% in my vault. So this thing's okay, but it's very predictable. And that seems to be its biggest downfall right now. There's a lot of people playing against it specifically. These are the 2 decks that I'm trying to construct specifically to deal with a lot of the blue, black, white, and red, blue decks. It's creature destruction, it's counter spells, Hezeret, Karn, Scarab God, Scorpion God, Jace, Chandra, Locust God. Actually, I might take Jace and Chandra out of here. I don't know yet. It's kind of a super frenzy. Realistically, what I need is a Lily. Liliana would work. And possibly, you know what? I have Bantu now. I think I'm going to throw him in here for fun. Oh, Bantu. Bantu, where are you hiding? Come out, Bantu. I passed him. He's a 3-drop. There he is. Bantu the Glorified. Now, the only problem here is that I don't have a lot of creatures in the deck, and something has to die so that he can attack. Oh, and it has to be a creature under my control has to die. So actually, he wouldn't work in this deck at all. Realistically, Hezeret doesn't do so good in here either because I need cards in hand to do things. You know what? I am going to take her out while I'm here thinking about it. Karn's just for cycling. Jace is for cycling, and then eventually maybe gain control of their creatures. Chandra's mana fixing, even though her mana fixing wouldn't work. So we'll take her out too, as I'm thinking about it. And I think what I'm going to put in what I do like to put in these decks that are super spell heavy is this guy, because he's a nice early game card. It's in black, it lets me draw a card. It's very handy. Braid, Lightning Strike, and then a ton of weird lands. But basically the main win conditions here is either the Scarab God, the Scorpion God, or the Locust God. And that's pretty much it. And that's what the negates and supreme wills are for, is to shut down their counter spells. This Pirates deck, which may also have all three of the gods in it. It does. Pillaging to draw cards, and those treasure tokens help with mana fixing. Joyra for fun. Garna for any number of things that may or may not come at me. There's no telling. Spell Flagship and the Cutlass. Nothing serious there. I put her in here just to see what it does. And a little bit of science going on there. I don't understand the card. I mean, I understand it reading it, but you know what I need in here is a treasure map, because I need to be able to scry. Matter of fact, there it is. I need more ways to scry realistically. And there is an artifact. Where is it? An artifact that lets you scry or draw a card. Not the Edifice of Authority. Yeah. Sunset Pyramid. Only having one of them, it probably doesn't make that much of a difference. Go ahead. Let's see. Oh, I can explore with him, so that actually will help in that regard too. Take one of the Ranas out for the treasure map. I'm going to take those two artifacts out. There's almost no, well, no, there is no burn in this deck. There's really no counters in this deck. This is very much a weird creature deck, but what I probably should put in at a minimum, yeah, let's throw where is it? Taking out the Buccaneers for Votto. I don't know what I was thinking. There we go. Let's put 2 of Braids. And let's put... Oh, that's what I should have made, is another damn Walk the Plank, because I only got one of them. That card's super solid. Or another Kitesail Freebooter would have worked. It's a pirate. It also does good things. Oh, cast down. There we go. And puts it heavier in black, I think. Yeah. That's fine. Drawing cards. Basically drawing through until I get to the big nasties. Yeah, well, Garna's not a big nasty, but he has his uses. We'll see. We'll see how it works. Probably tomorrow. But I think that's going to wrap it up for today. We'll close out of here. And see you guys in the morning.